God is only a moment away. I watched a movie once with Robin Williams called Jack, where his life was shortened through an expansion of our year, our measurement of a year was his measurement of 10 years. And he said in a speech at the end, life is but a fleeting moment. And of course, he's true. It's true what he says. But of course, he's measuring it in time. Or was he? Fleeting moment means it appears to be passing. The true expression of what we experience as a life is but a moment. It's not passing. What is passing is mind. Mind is passing. I remember a passage in the Bible. I never read the Bible, but I remember being pointed to a passage in the Bible about God. At one point, the life of a human being was, I don't know, maybe 400 years. You can correct me on this. And through some bad deeds or whatever, God says, no, I'm going to reduce the time scale of your life. Because really, if you ignore, now take your mind off the Bible and think about our life becomes shorter when our mind is more active. Because the mind creates more things to do, more places to see, more activity, more thoughts. The brain itself is working tirelessly to keep the body alive. That's the function of the brain is simply to keep the body alive, to keep it programmed. This brain. The function of the brain in the horror is the brain that recites everything back to your soul, your higher self, your beingness, your spirit. But we're always living up here, you see. We're always interfering. Mind is always interfering with the brain, giving it so much more things to do, thoughts to. When we think about getting our hair cut, we think about how long it is for the week to go before we can go and see our children or go to the swimming. We're always thinking about what's going to happen in the future and the past. So that is work. That is creating a work for the brain, an overstimulation, and it shortens the lifespan, you see. So we're not here to elongate our lifespan. That's not our job. That's not in our hands. But we have a sole responsibility to the body, and for the mind to supersede the body, meaning the body works in a specific speed due to the age and the condition of the body. But the mind is working at different speeds, different energy levels, different needs, through conditioning, through programming, through advertising. You have to get this, you must buy this, you have to go there, you have to do this, you have to pay for your funeral now. Even though you're only 22, you have to think about your death, you have to think about what's going to happen in 20 years. You have to think about your pension and your life insurance. You have to think constantly about how to live better, how your diet should be, how your diet has been in the past, where you came from. You have to think about history. You have to think about the future. And the body cannot cope with doing the job it's here to do, to stay alive, to feed itself, to keep itself active, to stimulate itself, to enhance the emotions and the senses, while the mind is constantly whirring like some sort of alarm clock in the background. And that's the simplicity of human life. The ego is not controlled by a systematic force group Illuminati stuff, all that alien stuff. That's just more nonsense. It's your choice to allow your ego to be manipulated. You know, when a member of society comes with a uniform on and says, you have to do this, you say, yeah, okay. Okay. I do it. And then you do it and you let it go. You don't punish yourself. We find ourselves punishing ourselves. Everyone including this one. We tell the story. This happened to me. This should not have happened to me. We should not be living like this. This is not proper. Why can we not be free? The moment is gone. You did it. You obeyed the rule. You didn't hang on to the negativity of it or the positivity of it. It's the same in a positive way. You know, we all think our negativity is destroying our mind and our body and our freedom and our ways to express ourselves and our need to be open and diverse. But the positivity also. Yeah, I got enlightened. Wow. I want to share it. And you share it, 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 and you share it. Not in small scales like this. Everything is acceptable. But when you start telling everyone, the priest, the partner, the dog, the God, the universe, I'm enlightened, because you become dysfunctional, because you're not allowing what we call change, right? What we call passingness to evolve and leave on its own. When the priest comes round to your house, if you have a priest comes round to your house, and he decides to leave, you don't hang on to him. Oh, please stay forever and ever. He goes and you move on. That's the mind. The mind is passing. We're not passing. We never pass. Consciousness never passes. It stabilizes. It holds everything together so that the passing can become so beautiful, so eloquent, so translucent, so transferable, so flowing. I never comes and I never goes, says Papaji. That's not your body he's speaking about. That's not you, the mind, he's speaking about. That's the truth of what you truly are, beyond body and mind. You are this infinite I-ness, infinite amness, I amness, I om. But only every now and then will you experience that livingness of a mind. You may live 1,000 lives. I may live 1,000 lives. This I, this minuscule I, may live 1,000 lives. But the true I only lives one life. And it has no beginning and no end. It is the core, the axis, the point where it announces itself to consciousness, and consciousness announces itself to I, and they become one, and they create this beautiful baby, like man and woman. I, the penis, consciousness, the vagina, enshrouds it. And in that moment, baby I is born. And it's spewing birth out every nanosecond. Hundreds and thousands of births every nanosecond, to the trees, to the leaves, to nature, to the planets, to the stars, not just to you and me. Life is infinite. I is infinite. Little I dies. The ego, when it dies before the body, you can live out this life in true knowledge that everything is okay. everything is as it is.